Hello and welcome everyone. This is Taco Movie Talks. I'm here with Taco Jr., my doggy, and I have some Halloween spooky season horror recommendations for you that I think you should check out if you haven't seen them already. Starting at the top, we have Nosferatu, the Vampyre. This is a Werner Herzog film that readapts the old classic Nosferatu film for modern audiences, and I actually prefer this over the original Nosferatu. It's actually one of my favorite vampire films that I really think you should check out. It has Klaus Kinski playing Nosferatu, so what else do you need? Truly. Up next, we have Exorcist III. If you haven't seen my Exorcist Believer video already, check that out because you're gonna want to avoid Exorcist Believer and instead opt for perhaps the best sequel to the best horror film of all time, and that is Exorcist III. Really well done. Has a crime element to the story. It reintroduces old characters from the original and has one of the most terrifying scenes in all of horror history. Up next, we have The Strangers, an iconic horror film that if you haven't seen already, this is the perfect time to watch it. It has these scenes where the home intruders are in the house and the main characters are completely unaware of it. That was just spectacularly done and done the best in The Strangers, and I feel like you really got to check it out if you haven't seen it already. Up next, we have Mad God, Phil Tippett, a really famous practical effects guru in the world of cinema, made his own film, and this was the brainchild of over decades of thinking about a horror movie that he wanted to make, mostly stop action, and just is spectacularly done. I love the macabre and gore that Phil Tippett was able to do with this claymation, and he did it so spectacularly well. It's something that you can admire as well as enjoy. Next, we have Skinnamarink, a really experimental film done on an absolute micro budget, and something that I think shows that the director of this film is going to be doing big things in the horror genre moving forward. Absolutely horrifying in some of its scenes, very slow and differently told. I don't think this one's going to be for everyone, but in a different way than Nosferatu. But definitely check it out because it might just be up your alley like it was for me. Next, we have Saint Maud. This is a classic A24 horror film in which religion is interspersed with mental illness, and I absolutely loved it. There was scenes where the intensity just went all the way up to 11, and it had a really great ending. Definitely check this out if you're a fan of any A24 films. And last but not least, we have Funny Games, a Michelle Haneke classic in which he has cutting commentary on the violence in media whilst portraying it in this film. We have two youngsters who are the antagonists of the film, who are very much inspired by violence in media and very much raised on media, and that is shown throughout. It breaks the fourth wall and is as stomach churning in its violence as it is interesting in its narrative. Definitely a must watch if you have not seen it. I've heard that the American version is the exact same film as the foreign version, so if you are adverse to foreign films, check out the American version. But I do think that there's something to the fact that Funny Games, the original, has kind of an unknown cast if you don't watch much foreign films, that makes it all the more believable and thus all the more terrifying. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate you watching this video. Let me know down in the comments below what you've seen of these recommendations, if you like them, and any recommendations that you would make yourself. I appreciate it, and I will check you all, or catch you all, on the flippity floop. Bye, y'all.